Bill, it's good to have you on Infinite Imaginarium.
Great, yeah, thanks for having me. I love the Imaginarium. Best. It's true grassroots minds, that's for sure.
That
Definitely.
reminds me, Bill, I just wanted to ask you actually, just something Dan said reminded me. What could you tell me a bit more about the upgrade thing? You know, like verified channels, what that's all about? Because is that I sort of read up on it a little bit, and is that to do with sort of like being able to customize things a little bit more from your end? So you can say, well, I don't want to see certain boosted posts, etc. Or what's all that about? That you know, when you pay a small fee each month, and then you have a verified channel. What
Yeah,
sort of elaborate
so
on that?
it's not too much right now. We want to build it out so that it gives a lot more. But so if you go to minds.com/plus, you can then have the option to not see boosts in your feed. You can request to get verified. The only reason we do that is because we just don't have the overhead to verify just everybody. So we need people to just like become plus, and then we can potentially do that. And then let's see. It has a number of other things. It used to give points.
Could I just ask one question about that?
Yeah.
Is it that, for example, we're having quite a lot of bigger people come on Minds now, which is really good. I noticed Max Kaiser, who's I think is absolutely brilliant.
Yep.
And various channels, and there's been some really great YouTubers coming on. So if you are quite a sort of a famous internet star or whoever, and you come onto Minds, you know, there's a potential that somebody could make a lot of duplicate channels, and presumably if you've got that verification tip, they know that you're the real deal. Is that part of it?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately verification is not going to be in a plus. You know, you're not going to have to pay to get verified. I think that there's probably maybe a handful of like very early users that we verified just because they were here early. But you know, you shouldn't have to really pay to get verified. We just don't have the overhead to do it. So yeah, I mean, especially for public figures, verification is pretty important in terms of knowing if it's the real person or not.
Yeah, I think it's definitely important, because I know when you go on places like Instagram, there can be like about 1 million Madonna channels or something. You're like, well, which
right.
is the actual real Madonna?
The other thing we're going to add into Plus or Pro or whatever we're going to call it is just extended video. Video has become by far our biggest cost, and it's tough because it's draining our resources very rapidly, but we want obviously people to be able to upload as much video as possible, but the transcoding and bandwidth costs are extreme. So this is like the carrot that YouTube has over everybody's head, is just this unlimited free video, just because they have, you know, infinite basically data centers to store everything. And so we had to put a cap on videos to 15 minutes for now. We're looking into decentralized solutions to have users help with bandwidth and potentially transcoding, but that's the reason for that. But we do want to, you know, potentially reward certain channels, but maybe with unlimited, and also have an option for people to, you know, help us contribute to helping us pay for it, because, you know, revenue is important for us also to stay alive.
So yeah, I'm a Minds Plus user because it means that much to me, and I think a lot of people will probably see the value in that in the onboarding process after a while. I just wanted to quickly touch on a couple of things. We're in process of building a global web presence, Infinite Imaginarium, which is fundamentally built within our minds and subsidized through other platforms for the fact of generating exposure for artists and getting them to their clients and getting them exposure. And we couldn't be more excited about where the exchange and crypto platform can lead us into a more socioeconomic environment to build that thought form on. I wanted to ask Bill, moving forward in the blockchain, I think the affiliate program was one of the most brilliant and underused tools that you gave to your users. Can you talk to us a little bit about how that will integrate into the upgrade?
I'm so glad that you're saying that, because I was fighting for the affiliate program so hard for so long, and it does matter. Incentivizing people to refer more people to the network is, essential. So referrals are in the immediate roadmap for crypto rewards. So, and then in terms of like revenue share, the two main things that we're working on for that are, so we're working, if people come through your referral link, then, you'll get the crypto rewards. And also we're going to be bringing in boost revenue share so that you can actually opt in to serve boosts on your channel. And we will just pay users based on how many views they're serving through their channel and their other assets. But I mean, it's very important. It's intuitive. I mean, the users need to be incentivized with a share of what they bring to the table. That's just the natural way that things should work.
I just opened a channel for a Minds marketplace, and what I was hoping to do in time was get a few of us together to curate that, and as crypto becomes a part of our daily lives, get to that place where people who make jewelry, knit, draw, like Adam Millwart and his artwork with his mandalas, giving these people a place to centralize their wares as opposed to having only exposure through other channels, and give like a mind shopping channel. I think that would be critical to us generating this open source funding each other platform to use our social media time to generate rewards, and then also our creative personal time to make artifacts that become saleable, and have a peer-to-peer opportunity to complete those transactions. So I'm really excited about where that aspect is going.
Oh, that's interesting. So did you make a group called Minds Marketplace?
I did. And
okay, send me that link.
Okay.
Oh, well, because we've been talking about, adding the ability to sell long term, we will add the ability to sell products into Wire. So similar to how people can send you tokens in exchange for rewards or exclusive content that you set. We want to add in obviously other sort of marketplace options, but that's a really good idea to let's create a group, and people can post their exclusive content in there. They can post their products in there, and even though it's not all necessarily streamlining through the Wire system right now, at least that will start to give us a good feed of great products that people are trying to sell. That's a really good idea. And then we can we're going to start filtering images, videos, groups once the content supply builds up a little bit. Have a filter for monetized content. So next to, you can filter by top videos you're subscribed to, your videos, but then also monetized videos. So you can go through, see the trending monetized content, see, potentially way in the future trending monetized products. But yeah, let's get that group going. I think that's a really important first step.
Nice. Could I ask one more question?
Yeah, man.
How much of the cash flow business model does Priority Boost provide for the platform at this time?
A lot, actually. We actually just switched it because the Boost backlog was building up significantly, because some people were kind of dominating the Priority Boost with tokens. So we actually just temporarily switched that so that you can only do Priority Boost with dollars. And that does help us a lot with our revenue. Boost revenue is our main source of revenue. Plus is good, but it's not really that substantial. Both are key. So yeah, why do you have a thought about that?
I was just curious, because I try to be a 50-50 user. So as much time as I spend making content, I try to get out there, engage the public on Minds, and see what the mindset is. So I'm not trapped in a glass echo chamber in my my world the way I try to project it. But I was just curious, it's important to us, Infinite Imaginarium, and I think everyone on Minds, to be the most effective at providing cash flows while we get our usership up, and bring in some of the, because we're peer-to-peer advertisers, we need to build channel and brand recognition. It was important to me that you identify to us in the program how we help you make mine successful, so that the crowdsourced monies don't get burnt up and run cash flows. So if you have anything more on that.
Yeah, thank you for asking that. I mean, that's the WeFunder was huge. Anyone who doesn't know who's listening, we raised $1 million from 1,500 members of the Minds community, and it is what allowed us to build the whole update that we just spent 6 months building. And we're being very bootstrapped, startup-y, and lean, not spending where we don't need to, but revenue is king. I mean, it's much better to be generating revenue than to have to raise money. So, boost priority. If you can priority boost, that is a great way to get your content to the front of the line, and it helps us a lot. And also, ultimately, boost token revenue is going to be Minds revenue. So this is actually another main reason that we switched to crypto, because how it used to work is that the points would go out there, they were just sort of generated out of nowhere, or people could buy them, but when we received the points back, it was over. But now the tokens go out there, and then when they boost, at least to the full network, they come back to us. So once we go live on the main net of Ethereum, that's going to be epic. And, you can also boost peer-to-peer to other users. So, as you all know, but maybe others don't, you can actually boost your post specifically to another channel and they get the money as opposed to Minds. I think that both are effective options depending on what you're going for. Sometimes you want to reach a certain creator's audience, and sometimes you want to just reach the full Minds network. So, definitely become Plus user. We're going to be adding more and more features into that, and boost as much. Those are the two main things right now.
Well, and it's cheap at $5 a month. One less Starbucks, and you get to keep the lights on. That's a good deal, right?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.